Right, we've cleared a bit of workshop space because this video we're going to start stripping her down and getting Rad out and have a look at some other bits. So I hope you enjoy this one. Don't forget to give it a grubby thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe if you already haven't. So we're going to get on with this. First job, I want to get her out the way, put her bonnet back up, and then we're going to spin her around so I've got a nose into the workshop and we've got a bit of a working space. So let's get on with that first. Boy. Gonna wrench her forwards first. Let's not do what I said I didn't want to do and run her into the bonnet. Right, lift that up. She can stop outside for the moment. I'm gonna stick her this way. Right, so she's in the works. Well, she's turned around, so she's sort of with me workshop. Reason of this one, to spin around so I could get her up here where I've got space to work on her and get all the way around her, and we can work better. So, first couple of jobs. These side panels aren't that difficult to take off, so I'm going to take them off out the way and put them somewhere safe. And then the first job we need to do, obviously, because as you've seen on the weekend video, which if you haven't watched it, go watch that, it explains more. She's full of water at the moment again now, so I'm going to have to drop that out, and then we're going to start going through, taking the pipe work off, getting the radiator out so we can have a proper assessment of exactly how bad it is, whether it's salvageable. And we're also going to have a look at a couple of things like thermostat housing, well, the thermostat, check condition of the water pump. While we're in there, we might as well do everything. So we're going to have to at least have a reconditioned radiator, possibly a new radiator. Might as well put a new thermostat in while we're doing, and we might as well throw on a new set of belts. Possibly want new rubber mounts on the bottom of the radiator. This could be a reason why it's dropped. And we'll probably find a couple of other things along the way. So, first job, like I said, we'll get these these side panels out of the way. They're not, from memory, they're not too bad to get off. That said, it was a while ago. Right, if we drop you down into that and put you onto that, there is a bolt somewhere, yeah, up there. There's a nut and bolt, undo that, and then the whole panel will slide out. So, I had a spanner. Get some tools and I'll show you get that off. Right. I won't bore you with the details of doing both of them, but we'll just show you quickly on this one side. what we're actually doing. So first job, we have the nut on the back, nut and bolt and a bit of a spacer thing. That's that. Steady away. Right. So that's that set up. That's just to stop. Then everything works according to plan. I'll leave that there, so it'll probably roll off and disappear. Should just be a case of that's it. So we've got the drain pan underneath there. It has got a hole in, but it should be alright. Might just have to prop that. And we are just going to prop you up there. And we're going to let these hoses go. So, well, that was one thing I'm going to show you. I found a 3/8 1/4 inch adapter for me little impact gun, and I've also found, this isn't it, but a 1/4 inch drive, 1/4 inch imperial socket that'll fit all the screwdriver bits. So it's now a impact gun that's capable of doing all sorts. Made it considerably more useful. He says, can you get in there? Ooh, too far. I'll say it speeds the job, presuming you can get that. Suck it off. Give it. Wind that back up again. So, right, just need to get this socket off. Give it, there we go. Right, hang fire, I'll just come back with an adapter. So, adapter wasn't the right word, but I know what I meant. Right, so that should be all the hose work off now. Perfect. Ooh. Jesus. Who now really needs a wee? So we are very watery, but at the end of the day, I did fill it up with water. There's no point in putting antifreeze in it with what was going on. It's going everywhere. Right. Just show you, we have quite good storage actually for all our bits and pieces. It's an old tray out of a toolbox, but it's going to be great for sticking everything. So we're now all disconnected at the bottom. I just need to get all that apart, so hang fire. Bloody soap. Where's our trusty screwdriver gone? So as a matter of course, I think I will probably be changing all these rubber hoses, just as a matter of peace of mind. the old saying goes, it's always better to be safe than sorry. And they do feel a bit sort of tired, like they've spent 30 years on a tractor, probably having some pretty hard use. End of the day, when she was new, she wasn't bought to potter around, she was bought as a, well, I know full well, she was one of 2 prime movers on a big estate cross country. So she'll have had some use in her days, but it's still a very original tractor. That's part of what I do love about her. This one's being a swine. Right, hang on. That could just be holding it still a little bit. I would certainly would be considering changing the Jubilee clips as well, just as a matter of peace of mind. She's we're going this far in, we might as well go for it. Like, got you. Right, so far not bad. So we've got my hands dirty and we've got everything off. We've got all the pipes off the bottom of the radiator. Next job is we're going to go up top. That shouldn't be too bad. A, we've had the top pipe off. B, it's well, it's not full of water. Right, we've got Dave helping me now, and he's not going to be much help really, but that's just rude. Dave's a John Deere fan. He thinks he's funny. He's not really. Mind you, he's also upset with me because when I did the midweek of Down the Road, Dave did the videoing. And, well, his camera angles weren't very good. And I had a go at him about it. And he got a little bit kind of nasty with me. So I told him I was going to get the mint sauce out. He's not really been speaking to me since. I'll just see that. And that one might have to be a screwdriver. I mean, he's one of them people that helps you by staring at you and occasionally giving the odd piece of useless advice. Doesn't actually do anything to help. Like I said, John Deere fan, he just doesn't understand the magic of big things. Oh dear, that is just not helpful. That shorts it, so we'll stick that on there. A little bit of grip on it there. But you can't get the angle to get on it. Take that pipe off. Will you? Oh, well. That's actually not a very good fit, that, to be fair. Might get it with the gum better, I think. I mean, do you want to hold the pipe for me or something? What a little swine. I just can't quite get the handle to get anything on it. Oh. Ooh, whoa, 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 whoa. I'm going to be yanking at that by the looks of it. Oh. Right, bear with me. You don't want to see me grunting. Right, so next step, we want to get this cowling out of the way. And it's looking like a one-piece setup, so I think we're going to have to take the fan and the cowling out as one piece. So, first job, I think we're going to take the cowling off first. Find the correct size shoe cat. That feels good to me. Can't get my adapter off the end of my gun now. There we go. Just go whip it off the other side. Bear with me. Okay. Need some tools for that one. Which spanner bar the one I want. Todd's already needs a pair. Oh, Christ, that was lucky. Very rare you grab the same two spanners you need straight away. Right. Check we've got nothing. So I don't really, unless I absolutely have to, want to take the whole cooling pack out. If I can get away with just the rad, which I'm not sure at this point. I think it would make life a lot easier. It's not even the same size. I'll leave her there for the moment. I've got that off. Now we need to get the fan off. Hopefully. Oh yes, that'll do. Certainly taken worse viscous fans off. The belt. I'll try and just put a tweak on the belt, see if it does any good. Oh, that one's gone. Now, the $60 million question is, am I going to have enough room when we've got this off to be able to... Can you actually see what I'm doing in there? I don't know. I'm hoping so. Okay. See, there's actually washers on here as well, and I'm just struggling to get them off. Ah, there we go, one. Still have another nut to get off, but these like the funny little lock washers. hoping this viscous fan wants to come out without too much of a fight. Just looking. I'm still not convinced that I'm going to get this out past the oh, it's obviously been off at some point, because we have what I'm assuming are the standard factory fitted lock washers, and then we've got a spring lock washer. So there is a chance it's been off before. Let's see if we can spin this round. That's a bet it won't turn now. Damaging any threads. Bit more, I think. Right. Like I said, we are probably going to be putting a new set of belts on here anyway. Just as a matter of course, if we're going in and doing all this, it just, to me, it just makes sense. Right, that's worked well. It's, I don't know if you've seen, but the fan has moved off the water pump, so it's looking like it might just come apart relatively easy. Just go put these bits catalogued. Okay, right, that is now in my way. Right, bear with me, I'll be back in a sec and we'll get that bracket off, and then hopefully we can pull all this out. Right, hopefully all this lot now. We'll just at a time. Right, that's the fan out. Cowling's just hitched up on something. Hold up. Ah, there we go. That's the cowl out. Right. Catalog there. Just have a look at this fan cowling, because it has, as we saw in the video, it had actually been catching a bit. So, little tip, your viscous fan should always stand them up. They should always be upright, otherwise you can end up causing issues with the fluid in there. So we've got our body panels catalogued, a bit of something between them so they don't rub, and we are slowly filling up the parts tray. So the rad cowl, you see there, we've got it very, very thin at the top. Do want to just do something you can actually, I don't know whether you can, put it on the workbench, you can see it clearly. So this is actually the top, and you can see where the fan's been touching it there, and you also see where the fan's been rubbing it there. So I think it's salvageable. I think we can put something on there and tidy it up and keep it right. But it does want a bit of love, I think. So, right. We go down into this mode. And then we can go into this mode. And we can have a bit of a proper look up here. Now all that lot's off. So you can see all down here where it's wet, obviously from the leak up here. I've also noticed that this wasn't wet until I took it apart. There's quite a bit of rust. There's plenty of thickness on there, but there's quite a bit of rust, so that all wants cleaning off before it all goes back together. But we've got a lot of, you see, I'm just wondering whether that's looking like up here is a previous repair. Yeah, because that's solid sort of solder stuff, which is, you see, is around that pipe, which that did move a little bit. There's a bit of flex in there. And obviously that repair must come right round and right round here. And that's just gunk down there, so that's not so bad. That raddy's completely empty now, I think. So what we got here now? Have a look. That one's coming off because that's a wire running to something. That's going to have to be disconnected by the looks of it. And then we've got a few bolts round here. Yeah, two there. That should be the rad. Hopefully. Yeah, 2 bolts down there, 2 bolts up there. And the same on the other side. That pipe can stop with it because that's the overflow off the, hang on, off the top of the rad, whereas that's a wire that I've put into something. Gonna have to trace that. Don't want to cut it unless I absolutely have to. See? Yeah, that's confusing though. Because if that's bolted up like that, there's no rubber mounts to have perished, to have caused the rad to drop, bringing the cowling in contact. Anyway, we'll have a bit of head scratch and we'll start looking around and figuring the next step. Right, so we've got a bit further. You can probably see the rail off the top of the bonnet that holds the side panel on has gone. We've also got the rabbit unbolted now. We just need to try and figure out how to get it out. The issue is we need to lift up, I think, first. If we can. This is going to be a big old heavy lump of stuff, I think. Oh, I can't see that it's wedged anywhere. Oh, it's down. Right, got it down in the hole. Having a little bit more of a wee. So now, we've got it down. We need to get it out. Not sure whether I need to take the top off the bonnet. Not entirely sure how you take the top off the bonnet. Interesting. Joined together as one. Balls. Take that off that way, will that come that way? Possibly. I have no idea. Right, this is probably going to be an interesting bit, mind you. Probably most of this video hasn't been. But I think if I do undo some pipes over on that side, I should be able to sort of, or something. Might as well join this back up when we've actually got it out, I think. So, well, that escalated a little bit. So we've got to unbolt the top of the bonnet, lift that up a bit, take the front grille off out the way, and then the rad we've had to turn and bring it out. And I tell you what, that's a fair heavy lump. I don't mind admitting, that was a bit of a struggle. So we have got nearly all the bolts off, belts off down here. We're sort of getting there. So if we look up here, now up there, we have the water pump out off, which is down here. Give that water pump a spin. That still feels good. There's no sideways movement or play in that, so I'm happy with that. I think we're going to leave that alone. I would say, looking at it, she has had a new water pump or something at some time, because everything, hang on, is that from there into here. As we can see, the water pump is rusty, whereas everywhere around it's brown. God dear, speak will you, man? Is blue, suggesting she's had a new water pump at some point. You look at that pulley, there's a nice groove on there. I'm happy with that. I'm going to leave that be. That, on the other hand, I mean, that, as far as I can tell, that is just an idler, but it has got, so this is what the fan attaches to. It has got, it's not a lot, but you can hear something in there, and it's got a rumble. So we might be looking to change that. We are definitely going to look at changing, oh god, yeah, I mean, that tells me the aircon belt is certainly due for changing. That's being a little bit of a swine to get off. It's tight somewhere. We haven't managed to get that belt off yet. Unfortunately, we need to get that belt off before we can get the alternator and water pump belt off. So they're not, I mean, they're going, but they're not bad. But we're gonna change with a matter of course, and also want to take this off and have a clean up of that. So we're sort of there. Which is hang on, get this the right way around. That's me air con condenser. That's a bit battered, but not in bad nick. This underneath is my oil cooler. She has had a previous repair down here. I've had that done since I've had her. But yeah, got a bit of crud to clear out from down there. Perfect opportunity. And a stray nut. But she is, to all intents and purposes, stripped down. And here we have the rad. Like I said, we've got that previous repair up there. On that, I can't actually see any marks on it. It does look to be in relatively good condition. Now, she always has used a little bit of water, which I'm assuming is down to there. Oh yeah, she's had a... So to me that doesn't look quite right. Oh, it might be. Yeah, it does sort of channel up, so it looks a bit of a... We've had a repair down there as well. So yeah, big question now is repair or replace. So I'm going to call that out for this one, because this is going to be some fair video for you poor souls to watch. So thank you very much for watching. Like I said, we've got her stripped. She looks a little bit sorry for herself, but now we're going to start moving forwards, and everything from here on in now is going to be positive, putting her all back right again. So thank you very much for watching. It is a very good grubby thumbs up. The pair of them are both the same. But I hope you have enjoyed this video. Don't forget about the shop. Don't forget about subscribing. Don't forget about commenting. Don't forget about liking. Don't forget about... Just don't forget. I think that's a simple message. Cheers all for watching. And we'll see you soon. So, I don't know whether you can hear me. It was just a bit of a, this is just a bit of a quick catch-up video. Been doing stuff to her today. Getting close to packing up. And the Massey's outside, so I wanted to bring her in. I suppose at least she's getting a bath. Ah! Ah! Screw it! Damn it! Oh! Jesus! Ah, let me in! Let me in! Let me in! Let me in! Oh! 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 Oh dear! Oh bollocks! Oh no! Oh, I know some of you think this is made up, but it's really not. Oh, Jesus, look at it running down there. It's slowing, it's slowing. Oh, damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Oh. Can't see any of that. They would really help. Jesus Christ, it's coming in the shed. Once more into the breach, dear friend. Let me in, let me in, let me in. Oh. I am soaked. Oh dear. Oh. That is not pleasant out there. Jesus. It's leaking in the... No, some idiot left the window open. Right. Oh dear. That is not nice. Look at it. Oh dear. That's serious. That's like... That's like... proper serious. Oh. Jesus. That was horrific. That was bad. Cab's already steaming up. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching me getting absolutely soaked, trying to get my poor girl line out of the rain. Thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned. Jesus.